Think of your brain as an energy economy. Tens of billions of your brain cells transform oxygen and glucose from your blood into pulses of electricity up to 40 times each second. Your brain is less than 5% of your weight, but it uses 25% of the oxygen and nearly 50% of the blood sugar in your whole body. That most complex system in the universe you carry around on your shoulders is a hog for energy. It's no surprise that the most effective brains studied are the ones which don't waste energy. When you set out to make your brain a peak brain, reducing the stress response is a good place to start. Few activities are as costly as shifting into the fight-or-flight crisis mode. All your brain's factories go on full security alert, draining resources, producing nothing. When there's really danger, it may be worth the cost. But the stress response is a learned habit. Some brains rarely use it. Others are stressed all the time. Stress is my response to a situation where I want to have more control than I can. My response, not some external force. Stress happens from the inside when we need to control what we can't. You can spend more than you produce from time to time, but when the stress response becomes just stress, then you begin running a deficit. We call this relatively constant stress state anxiety. Unlike a healthy stress response, the anxiety makes the brain less able to respond to danger or to perform ordinary functions. Resources meant to maintain your brain and body are all off at war, fighting multiple fronts against unknown enemies. Brain cells fire very fast, even when you're trying to rest. Eventually, your brain can no longer pay its bills. The ability to produce energy is worn to nothing. When your brain is burned out, you experience depression. Brain cells can't speed up anymore. Stress, anxiety, and depression form what we call the SAD curve. It's what happens when your brain can't give up control and sees danger everywhere. You may even slide into physical levels of pain and fatigue. You may be told it's a chemical imbalance in your brain and given pills. Anxious, depressed, angry, there are pills for all of them. But all they do is take the edge off the symptoms. You get diagnosed, you get treated, but you don't get better. In fact, over time, you may actually feel your life is worse. How your brain defines and responds to danger is for most of us a long-standing habit, and habits are notoriously hard to change. After all, how do you teach an old brain new tricks?